So getting your body into a lovely supported position where your spine feels supported from the base up. Your head and neck is nice and free. You can release out your shoulders and allow space for the expansion of the lungs. And just start to tune in and check in with yourself. Feel free to gaze at the floor or just close your eyes. Allow stillness to come when it's ready. Allow the breath to move freely. At the moment, no special pranayama, just observing the breath. Allowing the breath to rise and fall with ease. And allowing your body to really just find center. Feeling the earth rising up to support you. Just tracing the lovely curves of your spine from tail to crown. Being aware of the base of your body and the crown of your head all at the same time. Allowing the face to relax through the jaw area, the eye area. And starting to draw in that Ujjayi breath, constricting the back of the throat, feeling the beautiful movement of breath from belly to throat and throat to belly. Lovely, long, slow, even breaths. As you feel the energy start to shift and rise through your body. Drawing your hands together in front of your heart space, feeling that beautiful connection between the palms and the fingers and the heartbeat. And maybe it's a very gentle, light connection right now. Notice the quality of that connection, the warmth or the coolness. And as you connect into this space within you, take a moment to think about your intention for your practice this morning, and maybe the intention that you'd like to carry through your weekend. chant Om together 3 times. Allowing the Om to vibrate through your own body rather than sending it out into the world. Send it in. Allow it to vibrate every cell in your body. Allow it to rise from the belly to the crown. And then let it settle into your heart space. Taking a deep breath in. Enjoying the deliciousness of those vibrations through your body. And rubbing your hands together. And either placing your palms over your heart or over your eyes, whichever feels right for you this morning. Gazing into whichever space you're holding. And spreading that energy all over the body. And here's Vanessa joining us just in the nick of time. I shall move over to my mat. Feel free to come to the back of your mat. And if you have just joined us, the request for today is for strengthening of the hips, of the back, and of the glutes. And of course, strengthening of those things means strengthening of everything. And also a lovely shoulder stretch out and opener for the chest, front and back. So just coming into your Tadasana for a moment. Let's inhale those arms up when you're ready. Interlace the fingers and just stretch out. Breathe into that, finding lots of length up through the spine, and find a little movement here. See how that feels for your body, allowing things to move around a little and open up. Feeling lots of delicious space and movement here. And let's exhale, release the arms behind us, interlace those fingers, let that chest really stretch out, drawing the shoulder blades together, find some comfort in the neck. Breathe into that there and release, roll out those shoulders. Lovely rotations up through the shoulder girdle, rolling with the breath. Allowing the breath to nourish the upper back. And roll back the other way. And then loosening all of that up. And we shall widen out the legs and come down into a lovely wide-legged child's pose. Again, take your time. Experience the postures, experience the energy that flows through the body with each different pose. Wriggle around, move around, find space, create space, invite space, and breathe. You can either have your chin to the floor or your forehead to the floor, or you can even turn your head to the side if it feels comfortable. Arms can be wide or closer together. And then gently draw yourself up. And we'll begin with some sun salutes from the ground up, and then from our Tadasana down, hands in front of your heart space. Allow that lovely length up through your spine, And inhale, take those hands up. Breathe it up and open. Exhale, come down. Roll up and through. Tuck your toes. Let the heart open. Elbows back, chest and chin to the floor. Release down. Shrug the shoulders back. Breathe in and open up that heart space just gently. Nice gentle cobra. We're just starting out. Be kind to yourself. Exhale, come down. Tuck your toes, shrug the shoulders back and press and rise. Half plank into your downward facing dog. Tread your down dog. Breathe deeply. I've been reading this book by Sadhguru called Inner Engineering, A Yogi's Path to Joy. And he talks about the sun salutes in a really interesting way. He talks about how the sun salutes are not about saluting the actual sun. It's actually about infusing ourselves with the energy of the sun and bringing the quality of the sun energy into our body so that we are more vibrant and revitalized and fitter and healthier, and we have the right energies flowing through our system. Bend the knees and right foot steps forward, drop the back leg, rise up. And so the traditional sun salutes have 12 moves because the sun takes 12 years to cycle through one cycle, apparently. Exhale, release, step to the top of your mat and hang. Hang out, crown to the ground, tail to the sky. Breathe deeply, feel the legs stretching out, feel the back lengthening out. Just find all of that lovely space in your body. Just taking time to open up. Draw the belly in and start to roll up. Inhaling to the sky. Expand the heart space and stretch out the belly, and we'll go straight back down. Exhale down. Breathe. And we'll step our left foot back. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Step back into your downward facing dog. And then roll up and through, knees, chest, chin to the ground, release. Shrug the shoulders back, peel up the heart, and move straight back into your child's pose from there. Roll up from child's pose, Vajrasana. Hands in front of your heart space. One more time, inhale, take it up. And exhale, come down. Roll through, tucking the toes, modified plank, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Release everything flat. Shrug the shoulders back, breathe in, cobra. From here, tuck the body up, tuck the toes, and rise up into your downward facing dog. Stretch up into this down dog now, feeling the difference in your body. Left leg steps forward. Low lunge, breathe in and rise. And exhale to the top of your mat. Hands to feet, Pada Hasta. Hasta hands, Pada's feet. Inhale, press and rise all the way up and back. Hasta Uttanasana, upward bending pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Oh, and we're continuing the rest of the way down. Forgot. Now uplift. Exhale, bow. Go ahead and step your right foot back. Rise up. Breathe in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Roll through that down dog like a beautiful wave coming into plank, modified plank, knees, chest, chin, and flatten down. Breathe out, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Tuck the pelvis and sink yourself back, child's pose, roll through, inhale, and hands to your heart. Alright, to get a little bit more into our strengthening, inhale, take it up, breathe up and back, exhale, come down. Roll up, tuck your toes, knees, chest, chin, down to the ground, all the way down. Shoot your arms behind you and peel the heart up. Little shark pose here. Feet into the ground, length through the neck. Hold and breathe. 5, 4. Draw those shoulder blades together and draw your hands back towards those heels. 3, 2, 1. Release down. Hands by your sides and inhale, lift again. Breathe and hold. Lots of length through the neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that down. And then shrug the shoulders back. Inhale, come up again. Actually, let's bring our hands down by our sides. Palms facing down and lifting slightly. Reach those fingers to the heels. And if it feels comfortable, now lift the legs. Hold. 5, 4, 3. Try and lift from the glutes and not into the back area. 2, 1. Take that down. Let me shuffle down a bit. Hands by your side, bring your feet together. If it's comfortable for you, you can even place those arms right underneath you, between your hip bones, palms facing down. Lift one leg, and again try and lift from the strength of the glutes without that coming into the low back area. Breathe, and hold, and breathe, and take it down. Other side, lift that leg. Lift and lengthen. My knees tend to want to bend, so try and straighten them out. Lift from the glute and release. Both legs if you can. Hold, lengthen, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that down, release out the hips. And rock it out. Hands to your low ribs, shrug the shoulders back, breathe in just a little cobra. Tuck the toes, feel the belly pop in towards the spine and rise up. Half plank. Hold your half plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift one arm and release. Lift the other arm and release. Plank and downward facing dog. Stretch out that back. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, look to the handstand walk, or you can lightly hop up there if you feel inclined. And hang out. Hands to feet pose. Let the body hang, let that back lengthen out. Use your Ujjayi breath and stretch out the back of those legs. Draw the belly in and start to roll up, press through the feet, ragdoll up, inhaling to the sky. Reach it up and back or just straight up. Hold, lengthen, find strength in the back body, press through the heels for all of that strength, and then back to center. And take a moment just to settle. Breathe. Step your feet together, or if you're more comfortable doing chair with legs apart, that's all good too. Inhale, take those hands up. And exhale, bend the knees. Maybe you touch the ground, maybe you don't. Slide the weight back so that the weight's into the heels, and then bring the arms either to your heart, to your chest, to your hips, in front of you, or if you're stronger, up by those ears. This is a great back strengthening pose. It's also great for the glutes and the legs. Hold into your chair. 5, 4. It's also known as lightning bolt or fierce pose, and you'll see why in another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through the feet, rise up. Bring the hands together, sink back down into that chair pose. Rotate towards the left and either just tap the knee with your elbow or tuck the knee to the outside. Tuck the elbow to the outside of the knee. So we're to the left, which means you want to make sure that you're drawing your right knee back in line with that left knee. Press the hands into each other to open up the chest a little more. Keep sliding your weight back and hold. 5, 4, 3, lengthen out your spine. 2, 1, back to center. Whew, inhale, rise up. And to the other side, exhale, slide the weight back. And either just tap the knee or hook the elbow to the outside. Draw back through that left knee, squaring up your hips. Press through your hands, lengthen out your spine. Breathe. Experience this pose for everything it has to show you. Your strength, your stamina, your determination, your balance, and all of the energy that's flowing through your body right now. Use your Ujjayi breath to dig deep and find your confidence. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center and rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep those hands up. Breathe it up and back. Exhale, bow to the earth. Reverence for Mother Earth. Crown reaching to the ground, lengthening out that back. Right foot steps back. Let's rock a little bit just to loosen up any of that tension. And take your back knee down as far as you feel comfortable going. Just take a couple of breaths here as you let your hips settle, drawing back through your left hip crease, stacking the left knee over the ankle or even drawing it slightly behind the ankle. Breathe into it. See how you feel. Let your heartbeat settle if it got a little raised with that intense chair pose. That brings fire into your body for sure. And let's roll back and just stretch out the back of that left leg. Draw your toes towards you. Just for a couple of breaths. Just stretching out before we strengthen up. And then bend the knee. Come forward again. Now I want you to connect through the front foot, down through the back foot and knee, and press up through the heel of that front leg to bring the energy up through the legs and into the hips. Belly in, tail down. Press up rather than sink down. This is going to work strength into our glutes and into our hip flexors, and especially that psoas muscle. Breathe into it. Spread the weight across that front leg. There's lots of energy in the legs here. Hold. 5, 4, 3, and reach those arms up so you build strength into your back as well. 2, 1. If it's comfortable, you can let the hips come down a little more, let the arms open, let the chest lift. Now we're getting into our hip flexors a little more. Breathe into it, gaze up or forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands up. Exhale. Release. Downward facing dog. Step back. And tread it out. Breathe up into that beautiful big down dog. Roll up to the toes. Roll through. Hold your plank. Modified or full. Reach into the heels. And breathe. Draw the belly up. Find strength into the back body, so bring all of your awareness into the back of your body. Try not to collapse between your shoulder blades. Try to reach back into the heels. Keep the heart open and the gaze slightly in front of the hands. And 3, 2, 1. You can shift forward. Knees, chest, chin to the ground. And release all the way down. Wobble out. Shrug the shoulders back, peel up, and find your way into a cobra that feels good. Elbows hugging in and shoulders moving away from the ears, tops of the feet into the ground. Length here, pelvis still connected to the floor. Breathe, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel how the glutes have to work there. Come on down. Tuck the toes, draw the belly in, shrug the shoulders back. Peel up, we're going to sink into a child's pose just to let the back round out. Normal child's pose, your back can round, arms wherever you like. Have a little jiggle. This also lets the hips
Release and stretch, and the back stretch out as well. And energetically, child pose brings you into yourself, where you get to turn inwards, connect to your emotions, connect to your thoughts. Draw the belly in, roll up to your Vajrasana, diamond, Vajra, or thunderbolt. Reach the hands up, hands in front of your heart space. Inhale, come up to those knees. And exhale, release. Whoops, my arm touched my earbuds, which turns the music off. And twist to one side, extend out. And inhale, come up. And twist to the other side, extend out. And inhale, come up. And exhale, tap the toes, make your way into a downward facing dog. Go ahead and step your right foot forward. Rock it out. Drop your back knee when you're ready. Just finding that alignment in your body. Hips nicely squared to the front. Start to draw back through the right hip crease, and naturally the belly will want to draw in when you do that. Connect across the ball of the foot and down into the heel of that front foot. Back into the ball of the back foot so that we can bring the energy into center and feel the body lift. So the lifting up gets a nice stretch through the front hip flexors of the left leg. And the lifting up helps to bring the glutes online, strengthens the back, draw the core in, and then of course the arms coming up helps to strengthen the back and the shoulders. Breathe into it. Lots of energy through that front leg, but keep it nice and even through the back leg as well. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink into that. If you feel comfortable, let the arms open, the chest lift. So we're reaching the heart to the sky. It's like there's a rope, someone's pulling it up there. So we're not collapsing and dumping into that lower back, and now you get a big stretch along the hip flexors of that left side. 5, 4, still quite strong in the legs though, still shifting the weight across the ball of the foot. And lifting up through the arches. 2, 1, release. Oh, I forgot to prep us with our little half split. Draw back into your half split. Draw right back into that the right hip crease. Hold. And release. Step to the top of your mat. And hang again. Feet together or hip width, whichever feels good for your body. And then allow the body to hang gently. Look for length in your spine to see how that feels in the back of the legs. Draw the belly in, draw up through the arches, press through the feet. Very slowly ragdoll up. Lots of control here. Press through the feet, feel the belly draw up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you reach the top, you can relax and feel that energy just go whoosh through your body. Hands in front of your heart space again. Interlace the fingers, take those arms up. Feel that opening up through the chest, through the back body. And then spread the energy across the ball of the foot, rise up. Find your drishti, gazing at that one spot. Breathe into it. Draw the ribs in slightly, lengthen your tail to the ground. Reach your hands to the sky. Breathe and hold. If you need to take the heels down at any time, go for it. If you need to just tiptoe around, go for it. Just try and find this energy rising up from the earth and spiraling up into the heavens. And allow the neck to remain comfortable as you continue to try and open up the arms and release.
into the heels. Breathe in, extend up and back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Step your right foot back into your high lunge. Oops, find your balance here. Hug in through all four corners of the compass. And we're just going to go down as far as you feel comfortable. You can tap the ground or not. And 1. You can straighten or just keep the knee a little bent. 2. Breathe into it. 3. 4. Keep gazing at one spot to find that balance. 5. I'm going to need another shower after this. 6. 7. 8. Almost there. 9. 10. And then normal lunge. Draw the belly in. Breathe those arms up. If you're comfortable, gaze up. Otherwise, just gaze forward. Reach into that back leg. 5, 4. Maybe sink a little deeper. 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Hallelujah for down dog. Suddenly, this feels like the easiest pose on the planet. Hold. 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 Roll up to your toes, move forward into your plank. You can modify if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Now you can try a baby chaturanga or a full chaturanga. Baby chaturanga, knees down. Full chaturanga, knees up. Elbows to the body, either way. And then all the way down. Whew. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, cobra. Tuck everything up and sink back down, child's pose again. Just allowing the energies to settle once more. Deep full breaths. Feeling how your body is working, what's going on. And roll up, Vajrasana or higher if you need to. Breathe in. Exhale, come straight back down. Roll up and through, knees, chest. Chin, release, shrug the shoulders back, cobra, tuck up, downward facing dog, just a little burst of energy. Right foot steps forward, rise up to that high lunge. Breathe in. Remember drawing back through the right hip crease, lengthen through the tailbone so that we're not collapsing into the lower back. So find that strength, which means that you really have to gather the energy around your pelvis, the hip flexors, the glutes. And here we go. 1. You don't have to go down super low. Just do what your body's happy to do. Spread the energy. 3, through that front foot and into the back foot. 4. Breathe. 5. 6. Find your balance. Find your focus. 7. Woo. 8. Keep the belly in. 9. Here we go. 10. And then come into that lunge. Hug in through all 4 points of the compass here. Breathe the arms up. You gaze up or forward. Find what feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Hang. Hang out. Lengthen out the body. Lengthen out the back of the legs. If hanging out's no good, just come a little higher into a half fold. And then inhale, half lift. Press and rise. Hands in front of your heart space. Take a moment. Actually, let's stand into the strength of our body, into Tadasana. Feet hip width or together, arms by your side. Just find that lovely line through the center of your body, right up through the crown. Close your eyes if you can, otherwise just gaze to the floor. Just feel into the body, the waverings of the body. Notice where the body is kind of drifting around to. Get an awareness of where the weight is shifting to. Can you find evenness, balance? Can you find that energy rising up from the heels, joining at the base of the spine, rolling up the curves of the spine, and coming out through the back of the head and then up into the crown. Fingers shooting their rays of light into the earth. Just allow yourself to soften here before we get into the next phase. Breathe. Soften the knees slightly, just a little micro bend. Make sure you're not gripping your toes. Even though the hands are very active, the body is relatively relaxed. Soften the face, soften the jaw, the eyes, that space between the eyebrows. 5 deep abdominal breaths. Use your Ujjayi breath as well. That connects you to the nervous system. Keep observing your body. Notice if things want to change, if the belly wants to poke out, or the butt wants to stick out, or the weight wants to favor one side. And just keep allowing yourself to readjust to center without the knees locking, without the back hunching, without the chest dropping or lifting too much. Savor this last breath. And then gently opening your eyes, we're going to open our legs up into our goddess, good old goddess. This is going to work strength through the inner thighs, into the glutes. The back also has to be strong here. Lengthen your tailbone to the ground. Keep the ribs in so there's this nice sense of length. As soon as you do the lengthening in, it's not tucking the pelvis under, it's just lengthening it down. Your glutes have to come online. If you let it pop out a whole bunch, then it's actually the back and the legs that have to do more of the work. So draw the tail to the ground, and the inner thighs, the glutes, the hip flexors have to join the party. Of course, everyone's anatomy is slightly different, so you may have more of a curve in the back than some. Let the arms open out and hold. 5, 4, I've got the shakes already. Hopefully you're all doing way better than me this morning. Tail to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Just when you thought it was over, pulse. Baby pulses, that's it. Oh. I'm gonna need a good breakfast and another shower. Just little ones, just little ones. Let's get those muscles awake and sink. Whew. Look at my thighs quivering. 5, 4, 3, spread the weight into those feet. 2, 1, lift that up. Turn those feet in. Exhale, reach out to the side, nice little starfish. Draw the ribs up, gaze forward. Extend those arms out and just find that strength through the back. Don't drop the neck. Lengthen out from spine to crown. And hold and breathe. Remember, if you're struggling, use your Ujjayi breath. And of course, you're always welcome to take a break anytime. But see how you can do. See if you can stick with us. Breathe. Hold. Hold. Breathe. Now hug in through the inner thighs. Soften the knees if you need to. Rise up, turn the feet out. And exhale. Here we go. And pulse. Knees and toes pointing off in the same direction. Tailbone to the ground. Keep the weight even. Make sure that you're not leaning to one side or the other. It feels like I am actually trying to favor my stronger side. Oh, who's shaking? Just me, obviously. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. 5, 4, breathe, dig deep, almost there. 3, 2, 1, rise up, turn the feet in. Arms can come out to the side like before, or they can come straight out in front. Draw the ribs up, gaze to the floor, length through the neck, length through the spine. If you need to bring the hands out to the side or to your hips, it's all good. Breathe and hold. 5, probably just counted that down, didn't I? 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow yourself to come down. You can readjust the legs. Just come down as far as you need to. Maybe you need to bring your hands to cushions or blocks or to a chair in front of you and just surrender. Deep breaths. In and out through the nose if you can, but if you need to breathe out through the mouth, that's all good too. But preferably in through the nose, that is your natural filtration. And hold and breathe and feel your way through your body. Celebrate the strength, the resilience, and the vitality of your being. That sweat is like pouring out of my armpits. I know that's exactly what you all wanted to hear right now. Inhale, rise up, turn the feet out, and rise up again. Last one, and pulse. Last one, I promise. I might have said that one before was the last one, but I promise this is. And sink. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Reach up, bring the feet in. And release, and just shake all of that out. Voluntary shakes this time. Legs come to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Hands in front of your heart, pranam. And find again that beautiful stance. The energy rising up through the crown, tail into the ground. Inhale, take those hands up. Exhale, bow to the ground. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Step back, downward facing dog. No more on the legs, promise. Reach up, maybe just a stretch. Roll up and through. Drop down into a child's pose. Let those hip flexors soften and relax. Breathe. Inhale, come up to your tabletop position, left hand underneath your shoulder. Breathe up through the right side and then go ahead, thread the needle, take the arm through to a comfortable position. Resting your head or shoulders onto any props if you need them. Left hand can be there as support, or you can use it as leverage to deepen the twist in the spine. Either by keeping it in front of your face or extending it above your head, or taking it to the ceiling, or even tucking it into your thigh. Let the heart open if you want to deepen the twist, or just support yourself and get that stretch into the shoulder area. Breathe. Let the hips rise to the sky. And if it's comfortable for you, you can place your left hand onto your right palm and then slide that left palm out over the fingers to get a little deeper into the upper shoulder area. Only if it's comfortable. Just find what feels appropriate for your body. And then release. Gently, softly, slowly, coming back to center. And on your next exhale, round into that cat stretch. Pressing up through the upper back area.
And bringing the chin into the chest. Inhale, expand the chest forward, stretch out the heart space. Exhale, round. And inhale back to center. And right hand into the ground. Inhale up through that left side. And go ahead, thread the needle through. Find comfort for those hips. And find what you'd like to do with your free arm. Support or leverage. Choose which is right for this side of the body today. It doesn't have to match the other side, it just has to feel right. Try and relax the neck. The stretch is for the shoulders and the back. The neck should be relatively relaxed and comfortable. And if you like, you can place the palm of the right hand onto the left. Slide that arm out over that lower palm. And then coming back to center. Allowing the body to move out a little, rounding into that cat stretch. And opening up and round. One last down dog, tap the toes, press up, reach up. And then right leg to the sky dog split. Knee over to the right wrist. Coming into pigeon. If pigeon is no good, roll onto your back, take thread the needle. Or I'll give you another option as well. So coming into pigeon first. Extend out through the back leg, straighten up and square up those hips. And of course you're welcome to recline. For those of you that this isn't so comfortable for your knees, you can come into a deer pose by bending both knees and coming forward. Or of course, rolling onto your back and taking thread the needle instead. Just making sure the knee is happy with whichever choice you make. Breathe into it, let the body relax and soften. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, raise up. If you're in pigeon, you can press back into a downward facing dog. Shake out the leg that was bent underneath you. If you're in thread the needle, just swap sides. If you're in deer pose, you can just roll over to the other side and you're pretty much ready to go. So finding your way, pigeon, deer, thread the needle, any of those things. Breathe length into your body before you go fully into your pose. And then as you exhale, you can release yourself down. Breathing deeply into the areas that are feeling challenged and tight.
inhale, coming up, either pressing back into that down dog or just releasing your legs and giving them a little kick out. And once you're done with your down dog or wherever you're moving to, you can come onto your back, give yourself a nice little hug or still kick out the legs. And this helps to bring the synovial fluid into the knees and move it around the knee joints for a lot more knee health and comfort. And then on your back, grab those knees and roll around the low back, the glutes, the hips. Breathe with it. Lovely big circles in one direction and then circling out the other way. And then finding a twist of your choice. So by far the easiest twist is just knees together. You can shift your hips over to one side and drop your knees in the opposite direction. Or you can have the universal spinal twist, one leg extended and the other leg bent and coming over the body. Or you can go into our deeper version, and then it's called twisted roots, taking the leg around and either just stacking or really twisting up all the way through, drawing the knees in, shifting the hips over in one direction, and that knee that's come over the top, taking that one down to the floor. In the opposite direction that you shifted your hips to. And allow the body to just soften. Twist some more about getting the shoulders to the ground rather than the knees. So if your knee comes to the ground and your shoulder lifts, then maybe just pop something underneath the knee to keep it higher up and allowing your shoulders to really connect to the floor. So you get that lovely spiraling through the spine from the base of the skull all the way to the tailbones. And now try and soften the glutes, try and soften the thighs, relax any holding on and gripping that the muscles might still be trying to do. You can gaze in any direction that feels appropriate. And inhale back to center, readjust the hips and find the twist that feels good for you on the other side. Adjust your shoulders so that they find a comfortable place to land. Ease off if anything's too intense. Remember ahimsa, the absence of violence. So finding kindness and treating yourself with kindness in your yoga practice always, at all times. And in life, of course. And hopefully you practice yoga all through your life, because it's not just the asana. It's about how we are in the world, how we relate to the world, how we relate to ourselves, the energies that we bring into us and the energies that we put out. And it's about finding balance and union with the spirit, with the mind, with the body, and with the greater universe around us. And gently unwind from that twist. And if you're feeling like me right now, you'll be looking forward to that Shavasana. So feel free to wriggle out, stretch out, do anything else. If there's another pose that you're dying to do, go for that for a few breaths and then come into your Shavasana when you're ready. Letting the legs drop out to the sides, arms out away from your body, palms facing up. Flatten out those shoulders underneath you, lengthen your tailbone, and then allow the natural curves of your spine to reveal themselves to you as you start
to surrender. Relaxing the toes, the feet, the ankles, the shins, the calf muscles, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks. The whole of the right leg and the whole of the left leg. Relaxing the abdomen, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, the chest, the collarbones, the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, the palms, the fingers, the hands, the whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, the whole torso. Relaxing your teeth, your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your cheeks, your nose, your lower lids, your upper lids, your eyes, your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow, the center of your eyebrow, the forehead, the crown of the head, the ears, the whole body. The whole body. Your whole body just melting and dissolving into the floor. Lose yourself in your breath as your breath gently, with so much ease and comfort, rises and falls slowly and softly. Notice if you've let tension creep in anywhere, in the jaw or in the thighs or in the back. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. And then start to bring your awareness back to your body, wriggling out the fingers and the toes. Deepening and lengthening that breath. Feel free to start to move and stretch and wriggle, or just roll over and rest on your side for a few more breaths. Do what feels good to wake yourself up and eventually bring yourself back to a nice comfortable seat.
Bringing your hands together in front of your heart space when you're ready. Connecting into that heartbeat. Connecting into that little intention that you had at the beginning of our practice today. Hopefully you remembered it through your practice, hopefully it served you well. And maybe you'd like to take that intention into the rest of your weekend, or maybe you'd like to set a new one. And taking another few moments to fill yourself up with thoughts of gratitude and appreciation for this life, for this body, for who you are, and all of the adventures this world has brought to you. And we'll close with the Shanti mantra. Today we shall chant Om Shanti 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 to bring peace to our past, our present and our future. Taking a deep breath in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bow your head slightly, sending thoughts of love and gratitude to your body, to your mind, and to your spirit. And sending those thoughts out to the rest of the world. Keeping your eyes closed, rubbing your hands together, and gently palming your eyes or your heart space. Gazing into that space and spreading that energy all over your body. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.